Welcome to the Morale Booster Network, a platform for entrepreneurs, career professionals, leaders, and the general public to give back to the society through coaching and mentoring. I remain your host, Dr. John Ughulu. I am an author, speaker, and strategist. I always say experience is the best teacher. You can stream or download this podcast from YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Podcast, Player FM, and Pandora. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. Good evening from Atlanta, Georgia. Good afternoon, good morning from whichever part of the world you're currently listening to this program. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to stop by. And for those of you who are just joining us for the very first time, my name is Dr. John Ughulu, and I am your host for today. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I always like to remind everybody that every day above ground is a blessed day. And yes, I mean that. Every day above ground is a blessed day. And before we get started, I want you to do me this favor. Like and share this broadcast, because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. Today, I have a very powerful guest, an entrepreneur, a public speaker who will be sharing his story, telling us how he was able to overcome, or rather find his purpose in life. And I know there's so many people out there right now who are struggling with finding their purpose. And before I introduce our guest for today, I want to remind you again that every day above ground is a blessed day. I was speaking to a friend of mine some days ago, and this lady was supposed to be on my show, but for some reason, life hit her so hard. And right now, she is struggling with a high level of depression and anxiety. And as we already know, depression and anxiety is it's so rampant these days, so common these days because of the stress we are going through. So for that reason, the Morale Booster is a platform that would help you overcome those challenges, help you develop the mindset that would help you move from where you are to where you want to be. And that's why we bring people to come in here, share their stories with you, motivate you, and inspire you. So I just want to briefly talk to somebody here. I know this message is not for everybody. This message is for just that one person who the message resonates with, who feels me deep down in their soul. I just want to tell you that this is a new year, and it is possible for you to stay focused on your goals. It is possible for you to remain intentional with your goals. And this is what I typically encourage people to do. When it comes to being intentional with your goals, I have a formula. It's called the VGPA method. The V, I want you to write that down, VGPA. The V stands for vision, right? You need to first of all understand what the vision is, because the vision, we already know, you see the beginning, you see the middle, and you see the end. But a lot of people sometimes confuse vision with ambition, right? A lot of people confuse vision with, just having a fantasy. The vision is what shows you what is possible for you to do. So you must first of all have a vision, and this is a vision that has to benefit everybody, all other people, is what we call our calling. But a vision that benefits only you is just an ambition. So you have to choose wisely. You must be intentional that you step into your calling this year, 2023, have a vision, then convert that vision into goals, which is the G. The G stands for goals. A vision not converted into goals remains a fantasy. How do you convert visions into goals? by writing them down. Be precise with timelines so that you can have a clear vision of where you are going. When you write it down, you have converted it from a fantasy, from an idea into a goal. Then when you have the goal, you break it down into little steps. What are goals? Your goals are just those major things you want to accomplish, right? With timelines. But you have to start from somewhere, and that's where the P comes in, plan. So when you break your goals into little steps, that becomes your plan, your action plan. And let's always remember that if you have a vision, you have goals, you have plans, without taking action, which is A, it becomes useless, right? So for you to be intentional this year, 2023, have a vision, set goals, have specific plans, and take action. So I want you to write that down. Make sure you follow that process this time around. I know a lot of people already do that, but for those of you who have not started, that's the way to go. Like I said, this message is not for everybody. This message is for just that one person, just you who's listening to me, you who feels me deep down in your soul, you who has decided to be intentional with your life. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's time for us to bring in our guest on the show. He is an entrepreneur. Let me bring him in for you. All right. So his name, ladies and gentlemen, is Forrest Tuff. Forrest is an accomplished business owner, a film producer, and he is also an empowerment speaker and coach. He specializes in helping leaders, professionals, entrepreneurs, and speakers prepare for public presentations, business growth, and high potential opportunities. He's recognized amongst Atlanta's most powerful leaders. He's the CEO, founder of One Vision Productions, a media and branding agency voted 2022 Best of Georgia Businesses and one of Atlanta's best and brightest companies to work for. He is an avid volunteer and philanthropist. He is a recipient of the Outstanding Georgia Citizen and President's Call to Service Award. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I want you to join me as I bring to the stage this great man, Forrest Tuff. Forrest, thank you for joining me on the program. Welcome to the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here, John. Thanks for having me.
Great. So your volume is awesome. Everything is great. And how ready are you to inspire people out there today?
I'm excited. I was sitting here getting inspired. I was like, listen, we can stop the broadcast. We got the VGPA. All right, go do it, everyone. Yes. So no, I'm inspired. Way to get this thing off. And, let's see if we can get some people's morale up and see if they can grasp the vision that they need for 2023 to live the life they want to.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. I like the spirit, high spirit.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time joining us on this program, The Morale Booster, it is a platform for entrepreneurs, career professionals, and leaders just like Forrest Tuff to give back to the society through coaching and mentoring. They don't get paid for it. They are just hit because they know it is important to share their gift. All right. So Forrest, welcome once again, and thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Right. So I've got a question for you. And my first question to you is, a lot of people struggle with finding their purpose in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you are currently living your purpose. Can you please share with me and the listeners and the viewers out there how you were able to discover your purpose?
One thing that I think is interesting, when I was listening to you and you were talking about how when you do something, you not only do it for yourself, but you do it for someone else.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, that's how I found my purpose. You see, until I actually had kids, I was doing everything for me. And I tell you, my purpose really came when I had my first child. It was one of those things that when I saw her come into this earth, I knew that I had to be a part of making whatever her world became something that she would want to be a part of. And so I had to really start evaluating what I was doing every day. How did I live my life? Was I making plans what lessons would I give her that I'm not telling her, the things that she will watch and say, you know what, Dad, I watched you every day. And this is what I came to believe about living your purpose. So for me, my purpose came with my child, and I recognize I'm now living for someone else. And in doing that, you recognize you can start to do more for other people. And I'll be honest with you, like many people, I did a lot of things for myself. I wasn't a bad person, but my first thought wasn't, oh, I have to make sure I take care of this person, take care of that. You know, I did things that made me happy. And there's nothing wrong with that either. You have to do those things for yourself. Sometimes you have to say no to others so you can achieve the things you want.
Right.
But in doing that, just have that balance. So that would be my turning point in my career, is seeing my daughter come out, holding her and recognizing it's time for me to now really make a change and go forward doing something that has some impact.
Right. That completely resonates with me. You know, they say when it comes to finding your purpose, something has to spark it. Something has to, you know, activate it inside of you. Right. And God willing, you did not look back. You decided to go for it. So right. When you knew you had to do something.
Full speed ahead. Bumps and all, fell off the road, got back on, but I knew that there was a destination. You know,
right.
Wasn't something that you were just going to give up on.
That's true. That's true. You talked about evaluating your life every day. So which means when one realizes that he or she is not where he or she needs to be at a particular point, self-evaluation is paramount to help them move to the next level. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You see, no matter who helps you in life, no matter who gives you an opportunity, the things that we accomplish still fall on us.
Right.
We have to be accountable for our progress. Right. And a lot of times we can blame others or say, you know, hey, I have haters, or these people didn't support me, and yada, yada, yada. That's everybody that's trying to do something. Because anytime you find yourself going against the grain, it's not supposed to flow easily. Right. When you start to head in another direction, you have to recognize that your positive affirmation is when you are receiving resistance. That lets you know you're doing the right thing. So for me, when I recognized I wasn't getting the support, I wasn't having people weren't just flocking saying, oh, this is great, this is going to be a great idea. You know, there were people that say, listen, I think you're just kind of reaching. You know, what are you doing today? You're doing something else. But you have to know that you have that vision. And that's what John spoke about early. Having vision isn't just about seeing it manifest right then. Right. It's about knowing that the actions you take and the steps you take will get you to that end goal.
Wow. Powerful. You know, you talked about having that ambition initially before your daughter came in. All you were doing were just things for yourself until your daughter came in. You knew, okay, I have to push things so that she can see and others can see. So for those who are listening, always remember that ambition is when you put yourself to work strictly for yourself. When your vision only benefits you, that's ambition. But when you find your purpose is not even meant for you. Your purpose is meant for all other people out there, all others out there, right? So the moment you find that purpose, you would realize that you focus more on helping others, adding value to the lives of others. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Thank you. So that takes me to the next question. You are a speaker. You help speakers prepare for events and public speaking. What's your advice to that man or that woman or that girl or that boy who just got into speaking? What's your advice to them?
The first thing I would say for someone trying to get into speaking is it's okay. It's okay if you're scared. That's a part of the process. So now that you know that it's okay, now it's time to move forward. Take your phone or go look in the mirror and affirm yourself every day. Tell yourself, I'm a great speaker. I have a message that people need to hear. You see, the biggest affirmation is when you say it out of your mouth. It's one thing to
Yes.
think it in your head, but once you release that, that's when you give power to your words. And now you start to walk in that faith because you don't know you're going to be great. You just need to say it until you believe it.
Wow.
Secondly, find someone or an organization that can help you get the practice you need to understand what you're doing. And I recommend an organization called Toastmasters.
Right.
If you're interested in speaking and you want to get out, Toastmasters is an amazing organization to help you learn not only how to speak and get over that fear, but it also teaches you how to be a great leader. Because that's the thing about public speaking. It's not just about telling your story or talking so people can hear you. You're a leader. You become a thought leader. You challenge people to think better, think harder. You share your story, not for the purpose of just talking about yourself and glorifying yourself,
Right.
but with the hopes that maybe it can help others.
Wow.
So find an organization that can help you become better and go do it. That's the last point.
Wow.
Just go do it.
Wow.
There's
That's
nothing else
awesome.
to it. So if you had to
Just
put it in
do
a
it. That's
nutshell,
Nike.
affirm yourself, find some education, and get to speaking.
Wow. 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 That was powerful. You know, you talked about being okay to be scared. And that's the first thing. Because first of all, being scared is a limiting belief. So it's okay to be scared, like you said. But you said you went further to say, do it scared. Even while you're scared, do it. So whatever you want to do, even if it's public speaking, if it's coaching, if it's a career change, the fear is normal, but do it scared. And you talked about believing in yourself, right? And my mentor, my communication mentor, Mr. Les Brown, he would say, believe in other people's belief in you until your own belief system kicks in. So right now you said believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in the people that believe in you. He said, join a network. I want you all to write this down. Join a network. He recommended Toastmasters because you have to surround yourself with like-minded people. And he said, just do it. So what's your take on positive affirmations? Would you encourage them to always stand in front of a mirror and tell themselves positive things? Or would you tell them to just find the right people who would constantly, boost their morale?
I think it's good for both. In my personal experience and in my opinion, self-affirmations carry a lot of weight.
Right.
I've seen so many people that have support systems that are unbelievable. And they tell them, oh, you can do it. You're great. And oftentimes the person still doesn't believe what others say about them.
Right.
So while I believe it's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people, and also it's not a bad thing that there are people give you evaluations that don't always stroke your ego.
Right.
Because many people have found great success through adversity.
True.
You just have to know how to keep it in perspective. You have to say, you know what? What are they saying? Are they saying anything that can really benefit me, or am I discounting them just because I don't like the way they said it? So I'm always looking for things that I know about myself. So the self-evaluation and the self-affirmation, that's the thing that allows you to hear the content in which people speak about you.
True.
So if you say something negative, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? You may not like me, but what you're saying isn't false. So this is something I'm going to work on to become better. And it's not for you, but there are so many people around you that can give you support, even if they aren't the people that give you overt support.
I completely agree with you on that. So thank you so much for sharing. Look, I know somebody out there has been motivated, inspired to take action, to go for what they want. And I really do appreciate you for that. So it's 20 minutes past the hour. So I would like for you to just give like a few seconds of closing remark, just a short word of encouragement to somebody out there who's going through challenging times. Just a short word of encouragement.
If you're dealing with not believing in yourself, turn to your faith. Talk yourself into believing that you're capable. You have to manifest your mind, say it out of your mouth, and find the circle of people that can help you to grow. And use your voice to help others. Here's a strong quote that I like. It says, if you have something worth saying, say it.
Wow.
That's by Forrest Tuff.
Wow. Thank you so much, Forrest. Thank you so much. You said use your voice to help somebody. You too who's listening, your story is needed out there to help somebody overcome adversity. And always remember that you were not born into this world by accident. You were sent into this world on purpose, with a purpose, and for a purpose. Remember, like and share this broadcast, because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear the message, who has been waiting for a lifetime to just receive that spark, that activation from what Forrest and I have talked about today. And you'll be doing that person a whole lot of good. So thank you, everybody. And remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Thanks, Forrest. See you some other time. God bless you.